Hello. So this is on setting boundaries and actually sticking to them. Do you keep adjusting your boundaries to fit each relationship? If so, it means you're reassessing. It's time to reassess what boundaries mean for you. They're about your relationship with yourself and your own values. After all, so they shouldn't be so fluid. If you have trouble setting up boundaries and sticking to them, there are 6 tips that can help you. So, one is know this sad truth: no boundaries equals little self esteem. Many people don't know what their boundaries are, when in fact they should roll off your tongue like the alphabet. The first step is admitting that your lack of boundaries stems from your lack of self esteem. After all, what's the point of saying we want to grow if we're not going to be honest with ourselves about where we are now? Two, decide what your core values are. Who are you? What do you value? Once you get clear on what matters most to you, then you can take the bigger step of communicating this to others. So instead of creating your boundaries around a difficult relationship in your life, you must make your boundaries about you. Three, you can't change others, so change yourself. Gosh, we all want to change others, right? I mean, that's part of human existence. We get into arguments with our spouses, hoping, wishing, demanding even that they stop being difficult. You get mad when our moms call us 5 times a day. You want your coworker, the one that's so negative, to treat you with more respect. The list goes on and on. We can't change others. We are not responsible for what comes out of their mouth, the daily choices that they make, or their reactions. The bottom line: since you can't change other people, change how you deal with them. 4, decide the consequences ahead of time. So, do we do once someone inevitably tries to push our boundaries? Decide what the consequences are. The best way to figure out your own boundaries and consequences when people cross them is sitting down quietly down with yourself and make this all about you. Remember, boundaries are about honoring your needs, not about judging other people's choices. Write down what you decide so it's on paper. 5, let your boundaries, not your words, speak for you. Present your boundaries clearly to people, and then let your behaviors do the talking. People will test, push, and disrespect your limits. You'll know when you're getting healthier, when it doesn't get an emotional reaction out of you. When your boundaries are at your core beliefs, you will not get riled up if they get tested. Um, it will definitely be tested. People tend to do that, especially if it's their needs. Um, but being able to stick to them is, and knowing, but if you don't stick to them and you just kind of ignore it, people tend to do it over and over and over again. So, say what you mean and mean what you say, which is the mistakes. The biggest part of boundaries is how clearly you communicate them. You can have the most healthy set of boundaries on the planet, but if you don't communicate them clearly, you're going to create some really confusing relationships, both for you and everyone else involved. One way to quickly get someone to question your character or authenticity: say one thing and do another. Sometimes we're afraid to confront others with truth in love or relationships. We're afraid to tell people what we really want. To admit that we hate going to certain restaurants, or having trouble spending time with friends' toxic cousins, or hate when a boss dumps deadlines on us at 6 p.m. on a Friday. We cancel our true feelings because we're scared of people's reaction. The more you ground yourself with your boundaries and values, the more you'll be able to be very clear in your communication. So, thanks for watching.